Hi, this is Alicia D.R. Hankins here with our Blitz Bash. And we are actually rolling right into self-development. As we've been discussing back and forth different ideas for the Blitz Bash, we find ourselves discussing self-development, and it's a really hot topic. I'm going to roll over here, hand over to Nicole Kauweloa so she can introduce herself, and you can see who it is that's here on my screen.
Hi, thank you so much for that welcome, Alicia. And thank you everyone for joining us again for another episode in our Blitz Bash, where every single day for the next 90 days, you will get some great, valuable content available to you. And, we've been throwing around a lot of different words or topics for the day. We did some of that were on mindset, commitment, leadership, and personal development. What does that personal development mean to you? And I kind of find it, if you never personally develop yourself, if you never read anything, if you never look outside of what, you're normally used to, and you have this organization or team or a dream of building this big, huge organization, you just kind of sound repetitive, saying the same thing over and over and over, and never really allowing yourself or the team to go outside of that. And personal development just opens up a whole nother world of just tapping into your potential, just changing, again, we talked about mindset, changing up your mindset and just being able to offer and pour so much more into people and give you a lot of aha moments. And as Alicia and I were kind of talking about this subject before we started recording, she was just super excited, super elated about a lot of things that she's just learned a few days ago. And I'm not going to keep you guys anymore. She has a lot to share, a lot to pour into us. So back over to you, Alicia.
Thanks. This is really something that's very exciting for me. To me, it marries right into me being a teacher. As a teacher, as a leader, self-development is really, the definition comes down for me is growth. And so I really watch people and see how they grow. And the growth is always self-development. It doesn't matter if you're 3 years old and you're trying to grow to be 4 years old, 3.5 years old. It's self-development, because it doesn't really matter what's developing around you. It's what are you going to do about you in your situation. So I was so excited because one, we've set up this three-tiered system for our own team. We have our base company, our primary company. We have an online marketing company that we offer to everyone that's in our base company. And then we've been doing personal development as an extra on the top frosting for anyone that's in our team or willing to work with us in our group, because self-development is where we're going to develop leaders. And then I'm such a fan of this magazine. So if any of you, subscribe or read Success Magazine, I'm a really big fan of this. I think it really helps different people with personal development. There are books too that you read and different people that I follow. And I was so excited when this copy came out. This is the January 2016 copy. Basically, they've decided as a magazine that they're dedicating 2016 to the idea of self-development. And how much more on target could we have been for everything to come to this sort of harmonious convergence right here? Because while also looking through this, I have a few names that I throw out and a few people that I follow and a few things that we've both very much geared these talks towards. So we're taking our Blitz Bash and we're modeling it with certain types of leaders and their offerings in mind. So one section in here talks about this, the Success 25. And the Success 25 is the most influential leaders in personal development of 2015. Okay, so as we're going into the new year, telling you about the people for this year. And I've got to tell you that the names on this list, I have to giggle and laugh because these are my people. These are the people that we're using. These are the people that we're reading. These are the people that we're looking at. These are the people that we follow, listen to, podcasts, etc. And really, the industry itself, whether it doesn't have to be network marketing, it's just business industry, talking about people's personal growth. Well, some of the interesting things that are happening in here is they're talking about how if you have a job and you are out there in the workforce, the trend now is for your employer to just stop all personal development. It's totally up to you. You have to do it. It's not your employer's job. It's not going to be part of their training. It's going to be all about you. And what the new trends coming up in millennials and these, you have to stand out. If you don't stand out somewhere, you just become part of the dull crowd. So what is it that you're going to do that's going to have you shine brighter and brighter than everyone else? Well, personal development is going to do it. You know, what is it that you're going to learn about yourself? What strength do you have? And what are you going to do better than someone else? And this day and age, I think with us talking about personal development, I don't think it's the idea of you developing grab your weakness, develop your weakness to mediocre, grab another weakness, develop your weakness to mediocre. I think, and I'm feeling that you need to know what your strength is. You know, find out what your strength is. If your strength is making videos, then become a video marketer and be the best one that's out there that you know of. You know, show your personality, be a little silly, you know, cut a little loose, let people see how you are, you know, in real life. Just be real you. If you are a great person that can, if your strength is telling your story in photos, you know, get out there and do your photography, do your thing that is special to you, and show people your personality that way, and not worry too much about what your weaknesses are, because that's where your team building is going to come together. So we were discussing, you know, build you in 2016. So this all sort of harmonizes together and comes together with a great mix, because whatever it is that you're doing, you do your own personal development in that area. I may not have a person with me that's developing in the same space as I am, and that's okay. We can still like co-develop, and then we sort of fill in each other's spaces. And even for us as leaders, both Nicole and myself, and we've had a few other people that have joined in with us. They're just not on video yet, but we are having discussions. We've realized that we sort of fill in all those other puzzle pieces, and eventually what happens is this cohesiveness in the group then becomes we are little tiny creatures creating our personal development, and together we're building something way larger than us. You know, it's taking on a life of its own. And I know even for us, right, we're sitting here discussing this, and we've already had personal development growth just in making these videos. We're only, you know, day 12. We thought, you know, we would be different by day 90, and we're already different by, you know, day 10 or 11, right?
Yes, we are. Oh my, it's just snowballing into something that we had no idea. And, you know, I mean, what do we expect when we're trying to trailblaze our way through the end goal, right? So for 90 days, guys, we're offering you some amazing videos that, you know, can add value to you, can help to personally develop you. And I like that kind of, you going along what you were saying, Alicia, you know, with the personal development, with self-development comes adding value to yourself, you know, making yourself irreplaceable, especially if you're in a job. You know, you talk about the bosses just kind of keeping you right where they want you. You know, they're hoping that if you don't personally develop yourself, you will just continue to do good with what you're doing. You're not going to see any more. And, you know, it's crazy because I'm sure that they see value in you. And if you go on and you try to expand your mind, it's going to actually kind of take you away from them, because you're going to start to see that you're capable of so much more, that you truly believe that you deserve so much more. And they just kind of want to inhibit you from growing into this, you know, blossoming into this beautiful flower, because they really need you. So, I mean, right?
I get what you're saying, because if they can also see where you'd get discontent, I think. You know, if you get to a point where you realize where you are isn't as great as you thought it was. You can see how your employer, your boss, your supervisor, etc., wouldn't want you to get that point, right? Because then they're going to have to deal with some dissension. I would think you'd have people that were unsatisfied
Yeah.
at their job.
And potentially even losing you, to because you truly believe that there's so much more that life can offer you. So, they kind of just keep you right where they want you. But this personal development is going to allow you to just have so much. I mean, it just opens up a whole nother world to you. It really does.
It's interesting. It's partly potential. It's partly now, in the now. It's just getting over a fear of what's holding you back. As you were talking, I was flipping through my magazine, and it's funny because I pick this. I want you to know I pick this. She hasn't even seen this yet. So the U plan, right? The you plan, talking about you. It's totally centered on you, not me. It's me for me, but it's Nicole for her, and it's you for whoever it is. But design a path to an optimum. It's to an optimum life. Okay, so you're going to be your own designer, and you're going to be designing you, taking yourself on this trip. But I have to laugh because this is my guy. John C. Maxwell. It comes back to him every time, and he's so generic in the sense that he's a great person that pulls these ideas, and you can use them universally. They can apply to network marketing. They can apply to your online marketing. Can apply to your small brick and mortar store. It can apply to the relationships between you and your children, you and your husband, you and your dog. It doesn't matter. He has these, relationship things that are in place. It is all personal development. And it all comes down to how you view things and how you grow. His whole entire thing is about growth and having the environment a certain way for you to grow. And that these things just can't take place unless everything's there, and you need to know what you're looking for and what you need. So if you're in a job, like I was in a job as a teacher, and I knew I could only go so far. I knew I could only make so much money. I knew I could only get so far. I knew I only had so much autonomy. I knew I only had so much creativity. I knew that there were these outside political forces that really kept me from doing whatever it was that I thought that I wanted to do. So I really love this platform because here we are. We're making our own video. We're doing our own marketing. We're doing our own sales. We have a great health and wellness product. We're helping people to get healthier. We're generating income from this. I mean, the best part is like you can be happy in what you're doing. You're developing as a person, as a human being, as an individual, becoming who you want to be, who you've always dreamt to be, who you always had a great ideal as to, being the person you wanted to be. And you can get paid to do it. This is the new way. This is the new age. This is the new way. This is the future. I really believe this is the future.
Yes, we are living in the future. And that's, I really love this personal development because it allows you to be the best version of you. And being in this network marketing industry, or that's what brought this personal development to me. So that's one of the reasons why I love the industry that we're in. Again, it always allows me to be in control of my time, to work around my children's schedule, to be able to live a life versus just surviving, making as much as I know I deserve. So, I mean, that is why I choose network marketing. And, thank you guys so much for joining us on this Blitz Bash. I hope this was great, valuable content for you. We've been providing for, I don't know, so many days now. We're going 90 days strong, and we're going to continue to provide great, valuable content. So I thank you so much for your time. And back over to you, Alicia.
That's great. That's a great ending spot. We're happy to have you. We're sure that if you're following along, you've had to grow. You just have to. You can't help it. You can't help it. So we'll see you on the next one.